Assalamualaikum and good day. Okay, uh, my name is Ahmad Shahir bin Ismail. So in this video, we are going to present on our topic, which is the effect of asbestos on indoor air quality. Okay, the firstly is introduction. Uh, the asbestos, which is refers to a collection of naturally occurring minerals that are thermal and chemical resistant. Okay, then asbestos has been found in variety of items, including tiles and construction materials and others. Okay, there are 6 types of asbestos, which are chrysotile, amosite, crocidolite, tremolite, anthophyllite, actinolite, and any of these materials that have been chemically treated or changed are all considered by asbestos. Okay, asbestos is widely known as a health danger, and its usage is now strictly controlled by OSHA and Environmental Protection Agency. Okay, this material is very dangerous, which can cause disease on our health. Okay, then the asbestos fibers that are linked to these health concerns are too tiny to see with the naked eye, which means that these asbestos fibers we cannot see through our eyes, and it will going through to our body. Okay, the next one is asbestos fibers can cause asbestosis, a development of scar-like tissue in the lung that leads to a loss of lung function. Okay, that can be lead to disability and death. Okay, these are the example of uh, disease. Okay, then the asbestos also cause lung cancer and other disorders like mesothelioma of the pleura, a lethal malignant tumor, or the membrane lining the lung or stomach cavity. Okay, the picture below shows the examples of disease that caused by asbestos, which is asbestosis. Asbestosis fibers will attach to our lung and can cause cancer. Okay, then the, the okay, then there are two example of healthy lung and disease lung, which is many of the asbestos fibers that have been attached to our lung and cause cancer.
My name is Ahmad Zikri bin Midin. Asbestos in building and its removal. Asbestos manufacturing and consumption have increased dramatically during the last century. Because of the relative drop in crocidolite and amosite utilization, asbestos consumption has leveled off 4 million tons. The findings of measurement of dust concentration in buildings using various methodologies deriving from accessible bibliographies were discussed. Different methodologies are compatible and precise, but the existing data show that asbestos concentrations fluctuates a lot in buildings with identical sources of dust emission. The concentration of asbestos dust in the internal air depends on many factors, such as air movement and the properties of the building or its use. This second scenario will result in an increase in asbestos dust concentration. This is the picture of photograph of weathered and corroded asbestos cement sheets without coating. Okay. When workers are removing friable items, concentration levels in their breathing zones are much greater than concentration levels observed in the work zone with stationary samples.
My name is Ahmad Taufik Bmmh and I will explain about the characteristic of asbestos material. Properties of asbestos. First is natural, occurring in fibrous mineral. Second, good tensile strength. Third, flexibility. Four, asbestos is heat resistant and it also electrical resistant, and asbestos also a good insulation, and lastly asbestos also a chemical resistant. So as a figure 1 shows, the airborne of asbestos fiber. There are many types of asbestos, but most commonly in that are easy to find is a crystalline asbestos, white asbestos, as you can see in figure 2. Secondly is amosite brown asbestos. Other type that mostly found as continual in others material is tremolite, actinolite, and lastly is atophyllite. This is some of asbestos material. Uh, firstly, is HVAC duct insulation. Duct insulation commonly use asbestos as their material. Second is roofing shingles. So roofing shingles is commonly found at the village house. This product also using asbestos material. And third is acoustic plaster. And next is a cooling towel, also a product that developed from the asbestos material. And lastly is cement well box. Asbestos in airborne. Asbestos contain range from 0 to 0.047 fiber per centimeter cube in airborne that have been discovered from previous study about asbestos in indoor air quality. So, NIOS has recommended that 0.1 fibers per centimeter cube is a safer air environment that can be inhaled. If inhalation at home or workplace, air environment of 0.5 fiber per centimeter cube, that asbestos is classified as a carcinogenic by World Health Organization (WHO). That will be cause serious disease to the human.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Ashraf Aidi bin Muhammad Basri. My matrix number is P0918100117. For the subtopic 4, I want to explain about effect of asbestos. First is, what is asbestos? Asbestos is a natural occurring fibrous silicate mineral. They are six types, all of which are composed of long and thin fibrous crystals. Each fiber being composed of many microscopic fibrils that can be released into the atmosphere by abrasion and other processes. Breathing in asbestos fiber can lead to asbestosis, lung cancer, and mesothelioma, among other diseases and conditions. As the quantity of asbestos fiber breathed grows, so does the danger of getting this disease. In addition, the risk of lung cancer from asbestos fiber inhalation is increased if you are smoke, which increase the risk even more. People who develop health problems as a result of asbestos exposure have often been exposed to high amount of asbestos over an extended period of time. The signs of these illnesses do not normally manifest themselves until around 20 to 30 years after the initial asbestos exposure. So now, what is asbestosis? Asbestosis is a chronic lung illness caused by inhaling asbestos fiber. Prolonged exposure to this fiber may induce lung tissue damage, shortness of breath. Asbestosis symptoms may vary from minor to severe, and normally don't manifest until many years following repeated exposure. Okay, next, mesothelioma is a form of cancer that develops in thin layer of tissue that surround the majority of internal organs and is particularly deadly. Mesothelioma is a malignancy that is particularly aggressive and lethal. Despite the fact that there are mesothelioma therapy available, a cure is not currently achievable for many individuals suffering from the disease.
Hello everyone, I am Mohanraj Analaki Bhaskaran. For this assignment of the effects of asbestos material on the indoor air quality, I will be presenting about the conclusion. Okay, asbestos is the naturally occurring silicate material. It is formed as the picture below. It is very thin and microscopic, and it looks like a pillowy, fibrous version of the minerals. Asbestos is widely used in the industry because it is fireproof and have heat and chemical resistance. It is also very strong for the functionality. It is used in the industrial or the residential usage for the water tanks, wall partitions, toilet seats, insulation boards, ceilings, and actually many more. The effect of the asbestos material, if we see, it has a deadly consequences. This is because the asbestos can falls apart and the fibers can become friable. That means the fibers can be like a powdery form and it can be airborne. So when the asbestos is airborne, it can be sucked into the environment and the HVAC system that could make the airborne can be inhaled and ingested by the humans and consumers. The asbestos that trapped in the lungs, such as the picture above, and the tumors can be formed in the lungs, which is called the lung tumors. This asbestos can cause lung cancer, asbestosis, and other respiratory problems. For those with the asthma and breathing problem, this asbestos can be very threatening for their health and it can be deadly for them. Thank you.